say hi to some of these people that are joining. I want to thank each and every one of you all taking time. I noticed I saw Kelly Lewis on there. Thank you so much, Kelly, for joining us out of the great state of Georgia. Thank you so much, Kelly, for being here support. I know this is not the first time. I've seen you many times supporting what we're doing. Thank you so much, Kelly, for taking time to be here. As I'm talking, I'm hitting some of the like buttons, the thank you buttons, and whatever you need. When I say send your name and means of transaction, what we do is in that same raffle container, we shake it up. You could have won a prize yesterday. We shake it up and we pull your name out, send you in through raffle. But just to receive what we call our love offering. See, our love offering is what's coming from our heart. It doesn't matter whether you win something or not. We're going to send you from $5 to $100. We're going to send it to you. When it said 5 and 100, but what did that mean? Maybe 5, might be 100, might be 50, maybe 20, maybe 10. It's whatever we send, we want to send to you based on the means of transaction along with your name that you sent to us. So truly thank you for supporting. We want to give back to you because you're taking time, and your time is very important. I do not take for granted the time you're spending here, whether you're on for 1 minute or on here for 20 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. As long as you are, we thank you and we appreciate it. So we want to give back to you. Even if you haven't sent in, you can type in the comment section, you can type in your name. And if you want to be a part of the means of transaction, you can type in a Cash App, Bitcoin, or all of them are, Venmo, or a PayPal or Zelle. You can type it in, or you can email it to me, LorenzadSmith15@gmail.com. As we move forward, I want to share with you some things that are really important that helps us all as well. We ask you to sow a seed of $1. $1 with the radio station. That's WBSW radio station. By sending it through Cash App, $1. Might not get 93% up, 93 cents, but send that $1. We appreciate whatever. That's the minimum. You send it to LorenzaDSmith15@gmail.com. That's our PayPal. Our Cash App is Lorenza D. Smith without the 15 and the rest of it goes along. Again, Cash App. Lorenza D. Smith, Lorenza, D as in David, SMITH, or PayPal, it will be LorenzaDSmith15@gmail.com. See, if you send that $1 source seed with us, you also will have the connection to register for our giveaway. So you have the email to do that. So if you really get advantage of it, if not, if you don't want to email it, type it in as a comment. As we move forward, we want to talk about you supporting us through what we call monetizing. On each of our networks, you have an opportunity to monetize. So I want you to take advantage of the monetization we have, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Big O Live, Super Live, Tango, and YouTube. If you're on TikTok, I'm asking you to send me a like, on all of them, send a like, but also go and you can purchase a badge, a flower, you can purchase a diamond, you can a star, you can subscribe with us, you can get a heart, you got and a light. There's so many other things you can do. If you want to push confetti to celebrate, thank you. We'll celebrate with you. If you want to push the hat, you say you like the old hat. Thank you so much. We push the hat, but donate how you see fit. Monetize what we're doing. So thank you so much for being with us and being a part of what we're trying to do. Our title for tonight's show is Understanding Unhealthy Relationships. What I want to take this opportunity to monologue just we really know what healthy relationships are. Sometimes we add in front of unhealthy. You know what healthy is. Sometimes we struggle with unhealthy relationships. In essence, we understand it as being toxic. Relationship where there's no respect. You're in a relationship, you lack the ability to communicate. you in a relationship when that person is physically abusing. That person is substance use that's causing abuse. These things are just the start of an unhealthy, toxic relationship. But there are so many other things that we get caught up. And I always tell people you must vet the individual that you want to spend time with. If that's the person you want to spend your time with, vet them enough so you can be comfortable. Don't let that first tier of a healthy relationship or any relationship called a social state need you to go overboard. And the next thing you know, you have given up part of your spirit to that person because they made you lust. They made you feel good. They made you tingle inside and you know nothing about them. The ideal is for you to find out about individuals you're about to give your time and your energy. As we look at this monologue, we always talk about time and energy. See, healthy relationship, those individuals understand the value of time and energy. See, you control time and energy. No other person, no more than our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ can control the time and the energy because he will control you because he has a plan for you. If it requires you to be resting, that is a point of getting yourself fit so you can do some other thing, put the greatest effort and energy in. But what you have when you wake up in the morning, when God bless you to wake up, before you put your floor, you say, thank you, Lord. You don't have to go any deeper into it. Just say, thank you, Lord. Put your foot on the floor. Your time schedule is controlled by you. So why do you allow yourself to get caught up in what they call lusting or in what we call a hookup ideal or caught in an ideal of casual where you are not able to justify in your own heart why you're doing this or in this relationship because you truly don't know anything about that person. So you're in an unhealthy relationship. So you need to make sure you understand your time and your energy determine whether you're going to be in a healthy relationship or an unhealthy relationship. Whether you're going to be in a toxic relationship because you now controlling what I want to give that person my time. Do I want to give that person a part of me that I should just hand out? See, this is a temple that God has blessed you. And inside of this temple is that ideal and a thought process of how good is my heart, how good is my soul, where I can be able to vet the person I'm going to spend my time with. My time is important. It's one of the things in my organization, one of the 12-inch rules we have, number one is time value. See, you have to value time. So if you go into an unhealthy relationship, and you're continuing encountering abuse, you're continuing encountering disrespect, you're continuing encountering things that you know you're uncomfortable, you control how far that relationship goes. See, a lot of times people say you can't get out. Yes, do have challenges for some people. Sometimes you in too deep because you allow yourself to be from the beginning the person that saw the lust and saw the excitement and saw the tingling, and you allow that to go forward. He might see the person as someone you want, but you know what? Just because you want them, don't mean you have to put yourself completely there to get them. You have to do the work, and they have to do the work. You have to be intentional. They have to be intentional. You got to vet that person. The thing that gives you that great advantage in every person is that you have what we call, and the majority of the people, if not 99% of the people, have what we call a cell phone. See, that supercomputer allows you to vet that person on the spot. You don't have to go home and sit on a desktop anymore. You can vet that person, taking their name, if that person gives you the right name, and vet them to find out. And somebody said, well, you need to talk to them. I tell you what, if you vet them and you see the information before, then you determine whether you want to sit down and ask those 500 questions. Are you willing to vet the person to have a healthy relationship? Are you comfortable with having consistent unhealthy relationship? One thing about it, they say if you were in a unhealthy relationship and you never healed, just remember those skills that you attained from that relationship will go with you and travel in what they call the baggage you're carrying with you. So when we're talking about understanding unhealthy relationships, we need to take time to look at what does unhealthy relationship mean? What is your meaning? What do you see unhealthy relationship as being? I just gave you some things that some people say characteristic, could be traits, but this is truly an unhealthy relationship meaning. See, unhealthy relationship is always characterized by power imbalancement. Imbalance of power. See, that's one of the things that kicks everything off. You will run across someone who wants to be manipulative, wants to dominate, wants to control. That's an unhealthy relationship. So it's imbalance of power to the point where you're not able to communicate effectively with that person because that person is so aggressive and they're so selfish, they're not able to hear what you're saying because they want to be in charge. So a power imbalance. The next thing is the lack of respect. I said that earlier. The lack of respect. Never be around people. I don't care what relationship you're in, whether it's romantic, whether it's work, friend, family, that you allow people to disrespect you. If they have a lack of respect for you, that means they truly don't care about you. What you have to be intentional about having conversation. Put into your conversation with that person. What is your definition of respect? Then how do you put respect into operation in your relationships or in your life? What is respect to you? What's disrespect to you? These are the kind of things you have to talk about. Poor communication. When you meet people, I guarantee when you go beyond the social lust stage, if you can get out of that stage, meaning you meet them, find out who their name is, and you say, I have an interest, I want to come back, you move to the acquaintance stage, you give them information where you all can connect. Just like a lot of times people on social media, they might be on a social media site and IG, but they want to go to a more private, more personal site. WhatsApp. Go to that one, or they want to go to Telegram. See, they want to go. That means that now they want to be acquainted with you. Everybody's not going to offer you that because we're talking about poor communication, and they feel like communication is not just us just talking. It's us being able to act and listen. It's us being able to put what we heard into the right perspective. And if we're not able to do that, we're going to have a poor line of communication. Behavior. See, we have poor behavior. You should never accept poor behavior from anyone. You should say when you see it, recognize it, keep in mind if they show themselves in that manner, believe what you see. And I always recommend run as fast as you can. Because I can tell you the more you stay there, the more opportunity you're going to get that same poor behavior. People show you the sign language. They want to be in power. They want to be in control. Sign language applies to people when you say something and they don't like it because they want to control the conversation. You're saying something opposite from them. They shame you, which is the S inside. They insult you, the I. They make you feel guilty for even say what you said. And in the end, inside is need to be right. If people show themselves, that behavior will create a lot of problems for you to be in that relationship. See, when they got poor communication and their behavior is poor, that erodes trust and well-being. Trustworthy is something we work to build by our actions. Our well-being is making sure that we are stable, mature in our physical, mentally, emotional, spiritual, and financial well-being. See, those five are the five I put out in front, but you have two more that many talk about, which is social. How do you get along in the group? And psychological. Those are the well-being that you have to focus on. But the five I mentioned first, if they are being challenged and to the point where they're eroding from the relationship, you have to make a decision. Decision whether I'm going to stay or I'm going to go. That's the decision you must make. But once you see trust, honesty, and your well-being's eroding, this leads you to a feeling of fear, which is an emotion. An isolation, you don't really want to go anywhere and be around anyone. And disrespect, because what happened is the person going to think it's okay to disrespect you. Because you know what? They don't really like you. See, I have to be real with you. Those people don't like you. They tolerate you. They tolerate you because they can get something from you. They are manipulators. They're getting you to be supportive of everything they're doing. They get you to agree with everything they're doing. They feel like they can talk to you the way they want to talk to you. They lack respect for you. You set boundaries, they break the boundaries. These are things you have to make sure you look out for if you are encountering or where you want to understand an unhealthy relationship. This is WDSW Radio, the number one internet station, have listeners and watchers in 56 countries and on 6 continents. I'm excited to come. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith. Our show today, and the title of the show today is straight. The show is Straight Talk, No Chasers, but the title is Understanding Unhealthy, Toxic Relationship. Are you in an unhealthy, toxic relationship? Let's give a shout out to our first sponsor. That is L&T Starwood Lawn Service, LLC. Seems like it's trying to get here. Let's give a wave at the Zeta Amid Cow,
South Central Alabama,
Tampa, Florida.
If you need to call, contact Tony. The number is 334-300-7401, or go to Facebook and type in Anthony Starwood. Check him out. Check out the lawn service. He's gonna make it do what it do.
L&T Starwood Lawn Service and Manicure Experts of South Central Alabama. You can connect with Mr. Starwood by going to Facebook, type in Anthony Starwood, DM Anthony, and ask him exactly what area he serves. He's based in Central Alabama. That's his main area. He's working out of 3 or 4 counties. But give him a call. You never know what he will react and tell you. And his number is 334-300-7401. As we move forward, I've shared with you some things about unhealthy relationship and what will be a meaning of it. You may have your own meaning. I ask you to sit down and write down your definition of unhealthy relationship. What does it mean to you? Now, in there, you should see some common characteristics of the unhealthy relationship. The common characteristics is power imbalance, as I said earlier. See, one person exerts more control over the other, making decisions without input or respecting boundaries. Power imbalance. Are you in a relationship there's a power imbalance? Lack of respect. I've said that a couple times in the meeting. Disregard for your feelings. A disregard for each other's feelings. Opinion. Boundaries. That's including disrespect, belittling, or making someone feel small. Give a shout out. I'm going to say to Jesse James that's joining us. Thank you so much. We got Pamela Dot Thompson, 520 that's joining us. And we got Fatal Zeta Girl of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Betty Dixon joined. I want to give a shout out because they got an invite up there. If you just give me about 3 or 4 more minutes, I'm going to invite each and every one of you that I see up on the board now to be invited. And I'm going to invite you. Then you got 2 minutes to share your thoughts about unhealthy relationship. The next thing that's so important is poor communication. Difficulties expressing needs. And I'm going to hold it right there because, see, God is going to bless you with what you need, not what you want. See, one is a desire. A need is something you must have. So what we have to keep in mind, when we're trying to express ourselves, we must be able to communicate. That's why I think it's important. Once you get out of that first tier, which is an associate loss, that exciting, that tingling stage where you see someone, they make you tingle, till you get to the acquaintance. If you choose to take the next step, acquaintance tier, that's when you need to be intentional. You need to be able to communicate with people. So you have to be able to let them know what you need, what you're looking for in that relationship. See, if you said, I need a favorable outcome because all of my relationships in the past haven't been favorable. Now you got to say, what are you looking for? What is your favorite outcome? My favorite outcome is that I want to be in a long-lasting, committed relationship that get me to the point where I can be married and be happy. If they say, well, I'm looking for the same thing, you're on the right page, but you still have to have conversation about it. You have to continue to share your opinions about it. You have to share really your emotion, meaning your feelings about it. You have to make sure you get a clear understanding. Because if you don't get a clear understanding, you know what comes out of not understanding or misunderstanding about people and their feelings and through communication is resentment. See, people can show you resentment quicker than they'll show you their understanding. Once they get mad, they begin to fall into what they call their emotional state, and they show their feelings. Their feelings of resentment towards you because you did not communicate with them effectively. And you have to make sure you communicate effectively. Now, the characteristics, as I said, are unhealthy. See, effective communication is healthy. See, unhealthy is poor communication. Control and manipulation. If you've been in a relationship and someone has been trying to control you, trying to do what they want to do, and they don't really care, they just go make decisions, don't include you in the decision, you got a situation someone want to control you. See, they may think that if I do it this way, if I bombard that person with what I want to do, he can't say or she can't say no. Yes, you can say no. All they're trying to do is manipulate you. And once they get away with it one time, they're going to try again and again. Because they say in control and manipulations, one person attempts to control the other action, thoughts, and behavior through manipulation. That's unhealthy. Lack of trust. Whole mission of something in essence truth is a lie. That's dishonesty. Some people work in that way. They'll tell you part of it. But here they are omitting something because they know that would be detrimental to the survival of that relationship. So they're dishonest, and we're just going to call them a liar. That's what they are. And I'm amazed that I've seen in this country now, people can quit to lie. Don't hesitate. And the old saying, they can stand up there and be urinating on your leg and trying to tell you it's right. It's amazing where we are. And no one is excluded. No parties excluded. No people are excluded. We all not being honest like we supposed to be. So the statement I encountered when I was in a relationship about 10 years ago, the lady cared to me because of her past history with God. She would say all men lie and cheat. I said maybe all of the men you've been with. See, I'm not going to accept that from me. I have no reason to lie. I have no reason to cheat. They have done some things in the past that I asked the Lord to forgive me for. But don't tell me every man, because you have never been with every man. There's about almost 18 million males, about 8 million males, and you can drop it down. Compared, because there's only 14 million of us, so you vice versa, 18 million females, 8 million females and 6 million black males. I'm talking about black males now. I'm talking about black Americans now. I'm not talking about everybody. So you can't say everyone because you haven't been with everyone. I was saying you got them junky behaviors. You got those behaviors that's not acceptable. They're dishonest. They're liars. They keep a lot of secrets. Or infidelity. These things can erode the trust and create a sense of insecurity. A sense of insecurity. That's what it creates. The lack of trust. Emotional abuse. Using words or action to hurt, intimidate, or control the other person. This includes gaslighting. Have you been involved with gaslighting? I want to say gaslighting. You know you're shooting crap. And you know it. Guilt tripping. That's what I call the sign language. The G in sign is guilt tripping. More or less, they try to make you feel guilty for who you are and who you are. Emotional blackmail. Have you been in a situation where someone tell you, well, you're not showing the emotion that a person should, so you're not stable enough, and they try to blackmail you so you can show the emotions. We show our emotions different, especially from gender to gender. We're not all the same because we weren't created the same. So don't expect one gender to act like the other gender. If you're doing that, then you're creating a challenge in your culture that will destroy your culture. You should never try to force one gender to be a certain way. So emotional abuse. Physical abuse is unhealthy. That's using physical force, such as hitting, slapping, shoving, and throwing objects. Sexual abuse, forcing or pressuring someone into a sexual activity against their will without consent. The highway somehow right here. We got them jumping and moving pretty fast. Today. Thank you so much. That's sexual abuse, financial abuse, controlling, manipulating someone to access their money or resources. Access their money or resources. That's financial abuse. You're only with them because they can buy you something or buy you what you want. There may be someone out there willing to do that. But I want you to seriously consider this is unhealthy because what goes around comes around. And you may encounter it. The next form is isolation. You encounter many of the things I mentioned before. So you go into an isolation. You go home, lock up, don't go anywhere, don't come out. See, you prevent, if you're with someone that's preventing you from being around people like family, friends, and other support systems. Go to church, why you doing all they gonna do this up here? That's abuse. They are lacking the well-being to be a healthy person. Jealousy and possessiveness. Excessive jealousy and possessiveness often lead to demands for control or loyalty tests. Have your loyalty ever been tested? If so, then it is part of an unhealthy relationship. Guilt and shame. Go back to sign language. Actually, when gave you, and I'm going to add at the end, the one that sums it up about the sign language, as I said. See, I talked about the S is shame, the I is insult, the G is guilt, and the last one is need to be right. People don't have a problem when things don't go their way. Shaming, making you feel guilty. This is a way to control and manipulate you. Constant conflict and argument. Some people create argument so they can leave and disappear. They are constantly putting challenging situations in your relationship. They're creating conflict, never have a solution. They like arguments. Every relationship will have, I call a healthy debate, which will be an argument. No marriage go without having an argument. No one who would live in a marriage for 50 and 60 years haven't had an argument. Is whether or not, or either conflict, you have a solution to it. As we move forward, the lack of support. See, one or both partners fail to provide emotional support, encouragement, or understanding. Put yourself in their shoes. Somehow, some of us, a lot of us walked in the same shoes because it's been the pathway through life. Dependency and codependency. See, one person becomes overly reliant on others for validation, approval, and happiness. Feeling unsafe and uncomfortable. Fear. We experience fear, anxiety, and a sense of unease in the relationship. Feeling drained or unhappy. Constantly feeling drained, unhappy, and emotional depleted after spending time with your mate. Lying and dishonesty. One or both partners consistently lie and withhold information, which is called omission. Still a lie. And the one I want to relate to is a need to be right. That is unhealthy in a relationship. You need to be right. So you hold on to your thoughts. You hold on to your end and say, I need to be right. You want to get the last word in. You need to be right. And that's where your problems come in. You're on the verge of if not in an unhealthy relationship. I'm Dr. Lord D. Smith, excited to come before you on WDSW Radio, the #1 internet station. This show today is Straight Talk, No Chases, where we focus on issues that's in our community, from block by block, and also from grassroots level to up. We're excited because the show today is understanding unhealthy relationship. In other words, toxic relationship. Let me give a shout out to a couple people that are joining us and they're making requests to come on live with me. And I'm hoping they are ready to come on. And I'm trying to hit this high. We have Trina Trend has requested as an invite. So I'm sending Trina an invite. So Trina, if you want to come on, you can share your thoughts about an unhealthy relationship. We got 2 minutes and we're going to stay within FCC rules. I'm also going to invite Sherry. I think I pushed it, Sherry. Also, it's Mahogany Muse. Thank you. Those 3 have been invited because they made a request to be invited. Thank you so much for making that request. Whenever you get ready to come on, let me know you're going to come on. We got a couple others I want to invite. Is that Let 69? Thank you. I'm gonna say hi to is Rodis White. Thank you. Linda Smith. Thank you so much. Mika Meeks _Meeks B. We invite you as well. Fatal Zeta girl, we're inviting you. Pam Thompson, we're inviting you to come on. We're sending the invites out. We're sending them out. And we truly appreciate is that hit that again. That is Keedy, is that Khadija Murphy. Thank you so much. As we move forward, we will see those individuals want to join us because they asked for the opportunity. We'll give a shout out to our next sponsor, TriStat LLC, Mr. William Scott, the consulting firm that meets your need. The consulting need.
TriStat LLC, the best consulting firm that meets your consulting need. The owner, Mr. William Scott. Contact number 334-320-5438. Or you can go to Facebook and type in William Scott. Mr. Scott and his team can meet your consulting need from helping to administrate, put the presentation for your grant so you can gain a great opportunity to be awarded in the next grant cycle. Mr. Scott will make you do what it did.
I'm excited that Mr. Scott has entrusted us to advertise his business. That's TriStat LLC, the consulting firm that meets your need. Offices in Selma and Montgomery, Alabama. The number to connect with Mr. Scott, what he does is his organization can research and help you administrate the grant you've been already awarded. And what he's going to do is work with you to help you administrate that grant, then put the final presentation at the end of the grant cycle with you. You are doing it together so you can present. He also will go along and help present as well. So Mr. Scott, this team is available. The consulting firm that meet you consulting me. As I give his number, give him a call. It's 334-320-5438. TriStat LLC. As we move forward to looking at our next 2 focus topics dealing with unhealthy relationships, I want to give a shout out to a couple of individuals. Dre Baby joining us. We got L, like Doc Blimp. Thank you so much joining us. Killian, Killian, thank you. English, Ross, thank you so much. We also have Fran, thank you so much for joining us. We got Ane, thank you for joining us. Those a couple of them I just want to give a shout out that's listed there. Dee Miss Swan is joining us. Thank you so much, Dee for jumping in.